It always strikes me as odd, but the older I get, the more junk I seem to take away when going for a ride. Gone are the days of the old backpack. I just think it's more junk that I buy online. Anyway, let's go. So I know it's a miracle, but believe it or not, we all rocked up at one particular place, ready to head off on this year's ride. All the boys are there, we're all packed up. They hop on their bike. I arrive 1 minute prior to helmets on time, so my bike's already warmed up, and we head off on our first day's ride. And can you believe it, one fellow even has an Acrod sticker. So here we go, our first day. We're trying to make it to Kalgoorlie, but this time not the Great Eastern Highway. We're going to take like a northern wheat belt ride well north of Great Eastern Highway, and we end up at Southern Cross for lunch. So the bikes on this year's ride, we got this Kawasaki GT 1400, awesome bike. We got number 1 Tiger. We got this KTM 1290, only its mother could love it bike. We've got the number 2 Tiger. We've got the number 3 Tiger. Very popular, aren't they? They seem to be everywhere, these Tigers. We got this GT 1400, another one, another rocket ship, and I don't believe the BMW isn't parked there, but we've got that Ninja, the big 1400 Ninja. God, I hope he doesn't speed. We've got the Chinese checker bike here, Mr. Ugly, and of course right up the end there, in his own parking bay, the bike with everything on it. That's a BMW 1250 RST LBG TQ, I think. Yeah, good little stopover at Southern Cross pub, and from Southern Cross to Kalgoorlie. The road itself is really good now. Really enjoyed this ride. Not as much as the dinner at the pub that night. Anything worth eating?
I don't know. Nothing really stands out.
Get this food, get the food.
How you going?
There's food. Oh, Mick. What do you got there, Mick?
I've got everything.
Little gay boys. They look like little gay boys.
They are.
3 gay boys.
Beef stir fry. Okay.
And a man
Very healthy.
Oh, healthy food. That's healthy. Look at this, mate. Oh, half a bloody pig. And I've got a pie. The Guinness pie.
So because one of the fellows came over from Victoria for the ride, always complaining of the road conditions in Victoria, which I believe are pretty bad. We were looking for a pothole on the way and just couldn't find one, so we brought him out here to show him what is allegedly the biggest pothole in the world. It's a man-made pothole. They're not going to fix it anytime soon either.
I've just come out to this awesome pothole. It's the biggest pothole in the world, apparently. So I'm going to get over here. They got some awesome stuff here. Bit of a shovel. I mean, if you've got to dig a hole, mate, hey, you need a shovel. You need a shovel like that. A big bastard, mate. That is a monster shovel. I'm going to walk over to the edge of the pit here. Ooh. Tell you what, you can't count the amount of equipment down the bottom there. Okay, you got the water sprayer, you got the haul packs, you got maintenance vehicles. Oh man, and you got a bloody great pothole. Well, when the gold runs out, how good would it be to fill it up with water?
So goodbye Kalgoorlie for another year. Our next stop is Esperance, but before we head off to Esperance, we're going to do a little tour of Kambalda. Kambalda Lookout, indeed, because for a few of us, that's where their life started. So, Kambalda Lookout. This is definitely the highest place around. The views just go on forever because it's very flat land around here. Lots of salt plains, but this is the first head frame, so to speak, that put Kambalda on the map in the early 60s, I think. Now, this is the first head frame, and lo and behold, this is where it all started. And it all started for a lot of young people up there on Saturday night too, I believe. Lots of salt plains around here, but also a lot of gold underneath there. That was really interesting. Now we're off to another fellow who made his early life in Kambalda. He owned a garage there. Looking forward to that little story as well. Hey, you're always going to see something like this on the road. Just look at the size of these little babies here. Hey, and this is what makes WA tick. This is where the dollars come in. And straight down the hole they go.
Give us a story, mate.
And so I got out in, then sold out in '78 and moved down to Perth and stayed and got one going in Perth. But it was you know, just we used to have, we had over 7,000 people in Kambalda in those days. Wow. And it's fuck all now, bloody 1,500 or something.
Oh yeah.
And we had that petrol station was up there, always there. And then there was an outpole in town at West Kambalda.
Yeah, okay.
Now, if I'm not mistaken, where is it, Les?
What?
Where's your fucking air league?
The jumbo?
Oh yeah, that's the jumbo you used to drive, isn't it?
Oh, you used to drive that, did
I
you?
used to operate that back in the 70s.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
That's one of the older versions. So what it is, it's a rock drilling machine. So those booms move all over the place. That black thing there, that's what you call a drifter. So that hammers and rotates, and then you've got your drill steel, and you've got your bit on the end, and see those holes in the rock there?
Yeah.
So what you used to do when you're cutting the tunnel, so imagine a face of rock, then you drill about 60 holes in a pattern, but you had to drill the holes in the right spot. So when you put explosives in it and you blow it up, you want the rock to come out, right?
Yeah.
So each time you fired, you'd advance about 3 metres.
Ooh.
So in a pay period, you get about 200 metres of tunnel done.
Really?
Every
Bloody
fortnight.
hell.
Yeah.
That's amazing. You looked after the tyres too, mate.
Yeah, mate, I did, mate. Yeah.
Bit of maintenance,
But that was in 1970. Give me a break.
That's awesome, mate.
And that's an old head frame. So the winder ropes used to go on there. So when you got a shaft, there's two types of underground development in Kambalda. There's shafts, which is a vertical hole in the ground.
Yeah.
Then there's declines that go down at 1 in 7, so you drive down. That's what those machines are for. But in the shafts, they lower, see that little thing with a little bucket on the front?
Yeah.
And behind it, it's what they call a granby. And the front part's the little loader, air operated. So you scoop up the dirt, the bucket, as you're standing here, goes over like that, and throws the dirt into the granby. And then a loco pulls that out, and you take it out of the shaft, dump it into the loading pocket, goes into a skip, and then the winder up the hill and into a bin on the surface.
Oh, we doing it, are we? Oh, I thought this was it. What are you doing now? More touring. Yeah, we're going to do a run through. It's an educational trip.
Oh, get out of here, mate.
It's a bit like a Contiki tour, isn't it?
Yeah. It's like one of those tours, you know, right. Get off the bus, get on the bus.
We want to do Stonehenge.
There is a rain band between here and Norseman.
Get on the bus, get off the bus.
What, rain band? They're not allowed to have rain. They're banned rain, have they?
Band of fucking rain, Kevin.
Oh, yeah. And where's this coming in?
Between here and Norseman.
A heavy one?
Nah.
Rain is light.
31 in Esperance is hot, boys.
Famous last words, eh?
No, it's only light.
Yeah, water's not heavy when it hits you, but it's the quantity.
So on the way to Esperance, yeah, you do cross this causeway. Okay, so the wind was amazing. You might be able to pick up the bike leaning over about 30 degrees to stay on the road. But I have seen both sides covered with salt plain as well. This time it was just brown dirt. When the trees disappear, the wind really pipes up. bloody awesome. So on the way to Esperance, we thought we'd pull in to see Stonehenge. This is the original one, not the copy one they have in England, of course. Okay, it must be real because it's been there forever. It's been there for about, I think, 3 or 4 centuries. It was cut out from rock thousands of miles away. They say it was just across the road in the quarry, but there's no way of getting it across the road, you see, so I think it is the genuine one. We're going to go in and really find out if it's real or not.
Well,
No droning on either, alright?
no droning. Well, there is actually.
This is a bit range.
You can. You can use a drone. It's $25.
Yeah. You've got to bring your own phone, BYOD.
Yeah.
Anyway, just for a comparison, this is the stuff they knock up in southern England. Now, it's about the same age, but just have a look at this gear. You know, it's half finished. The union came in and just said, you know, it's completely unsafe. It looks like someone's had a party in it and knocked half the stones over. They eventually gave up, whereas our fellows just kept toiling away and built this magnificent monument for all to see. So it's perfect in every respect. The beautiful pink granite rocks, they were milled from thousands of kilometres away and shipped in. Can you believe it or not? Some say they came from a quarry across the road, but there's no way they could cross the road with these big rocks. They're just too heavy. The main rocks, they weigh, I think, 400 tonnes, someone said. So, you know, how did they do it? Nobody knows. It's there, though, for all to see. If you've got a spare half a day, go out and check it out. Go out and sing a song in the middle. The acoustics are pretty amazing. So in Esperance we found a fairly good motorcycle shop. They had a battery to fit the BMW. So when one of us, we were working from above, we had another fellow working from below, and before long the pit crew had this thing back on the road in no time at all. Headed off to Esperance, set my tent up at the RAC park. What a great park this is. Set it up overlooking the ocean. How much better can you get than that? Hopped on one of these scooters and headed off to the pub. But before then I went for a swim. They've got a great swimming spot in Esperance. Then off to the pub.
Mason got excited.
Jason got it. Sorry, mate. Sorry.
Jesus.
Yeah, I
Mason.
haven't done that for many years.
Well, you should be on this side.
Yeah, no,
No. Well, that's the first fuck up of the night.
That's a t-shirt, isn't it? That's a t-shirt, isn't it?
Oh, no.
Who smell it? I got my own glass. It's just a free one on top of this.
Discovery tour. It is.
Sort of drove past the cottage at the horn of my dear wife who's there with her mum. The Contiki tour.
Yeah, what happened to the fucking Kambalda tour? Roger's Kambalda tour. Just looking at this food here.
I was waiting for that.
It's a taste nice, but it's gold.
Because I've only done it once.
What happened?
Peter at it.
What happened?
Peter at it.
What happened?
Peter at it.
Who's that?
No, that was it.
Who's that guy? To help us.
Get him again.
Because of what happened.
Peter at it.
It's all is eating, so.
Yeah.
No, that was this.
Who's that?
No, that was it.
Who's that guy?
That was his, that was simply get fucked pacing. That was this.
Who's that?
No, that was it.
Who's that guy?
No, that was this.
Who's that?
No, that was it.
Who's that guy?
No, that was this.
Who's that?
No, that was it.
Who's that guy?
No, that was this.
Who's that?
No, that was it.
Who's that guy?
No, we're getting a bit of a speed wobble up. Holy no! Ah!
So yes, so we leave Esperance. However, before we get out of the place, we go up to the lookout where the t-shirts were presented. More of that later. And then we go on this Indian Ocean Drive, I think it's called, or Road by the Ocean, or Southern Great Ocean Road. Anyway, good road. Well worth doing. 20 kilometres about, and comes out at that pink lake. Yep, so that's goodbye Esperance. However, now we're off to Albany today. But first we have to pick up some friends in Jerramunga, the ones who couldn't make it all the way.
Okay, well, we'll see you two in Albany because you're going to sit on 420 kilometres.
No, we're going to go to Esperance and then Albany.
What's that?
Esperance first. We're there anyway, so.
Okay, yeah.
All right.
You're still a cunt, Swinburne, you haven't changed.
Timmy!
Yeah,
Yeah, you remember.
I'm Kevin, yeah, mate. Yeah.
So there you go, 6 degrees in Albany, a good place to stay, just above a pub, one of the few pubs still left open. And you can go to sleep, because there's no soundproofing, you can go to sleep to gentle music, or not so gentle music in this case. Also in the next room there was a few foreigners speaking their language, so not understanding what they were saying was quite easy to get a great night's sleep. And of course that night what a beautiful meal there in good old Albany. And breakfast, well, that's always at the Dome there. Nice big breakfast before we head off on our next adventure.
What we've come across here. Hey, 4 GTs, so all stacked up beautifully. Okay. So there you go. Fucking go, you little beauty. Hey, can't believe it, eh? I better keep my eyes on the road. Can't catch this bloke up ahead. Oh, mate.
No. Mason, you're the complaints manager.
Yeah.
Stick to your fucking job description.
Stick to your job, mate.
And our last night out in Busselton, very nice.
Morning.
Gay boy.
Gay boys. How are we all?
Wicko?
How are you, mate? All good? Ready to go?
Not going to say anything.
So another trip comes to an end on our way back to Perth. But before, we have to pull into Pinjarra Bakery and then take a few back roads back to the city.